What's up? You rock with Senior, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hood on Live.
What's up? What's up? What's good with everybody? And as always, I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Lock. I am your host, NCO Official. Make sure you tap in with me on all social media platforms under CEO Official. And of course, the brand, the Hood on Lock. Now, I want to apologize to those that tapped in with me a few minutes ago. I was having technical difficulty, and y'all know if shit ain't going right, I'm not gonna go live and give y'all no bad show. So it appears that everything is fixed, everything is good. So let's jump right into this. A lot of you guys who follow me know I was the first one to break this story out of all the YouTubers. But of course I couldn't go live because one, it was 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Didn't feel like doing it. Two, y'all know I go to the gym in the morning, so I couldn't do it this morning. And I kind of preferred not to have done it so quick because there wasn't no information out there. There's still not a whole lot, but it's a little bit more than what it was when everybody else went live. So, I'd rather give you guys as much detail as possible than try to rush a story on some cloud chasing view type shit. But y'all know what it is. As always, I like to say and give a shout out to everybody in the motherfucking building. I don't know who this is, but Empress Goddess, appreciate you tapping in. What's good with you? If you're watching, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. As always, welcome to the hood. Now, it appears that once again, another successful black man, rapper, has been gunned down due to some bullshit. Of course, there's a lot of speculations of what's going on. We currently don't know exactly what's going on, but what I'm going to do, like I always do, is I'm going to play you some footage so we can get a kind of a little insight of what may have happened. And once we're done watching the videos, the stream link is in the chat. You can definitely come up and give your opinion. There is no wrong opinion. We all have one, and that's totally okay. I just want to hear it. So after we get to some of these news clippings and videos about what may have happened to take off at this dice game, feel free to tap in and give your opinion. Now, before we get started, though, I also want to say this. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or no shit like that, right? And I really don't believe in a lot of that bullshit. But I do find it odd that it's something about dice games, especially Jay Prince's Dice Games Jr. And I'm not trying to blame the dude or nothing like that, no way, shape, or form. But goddamn, it does appear like if there's a dice game and he's there, some shit goes down. I also saw that another blogger who posted a picture of Duke, who was the jeweler that got killed at Bootsy's dice game where Jay Prince was attending, and Takeoff, they pretty much look similar, you know what I'm saying, as far as appearance wise. So that kind of fucked me up when I saw that picture as well. But again, after we top into some of these news clippings, I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion. Also, let me debunk something. There's a blogger, a meth mouth blogger by the name of Pookie that's going around saying he started this whole clubhouse shit. Well, y'all know for the longest, I started the clubhouse thing. You was able to communicate with me during my live show, also via clubhouse. And I told you guys that at some point I was gonna go back to it, but I just haven't done it lately because there's a lot of other things that I got going on. So when niggas be up here false claiming and saying that they did this and did that, all they do is watch my show, and that's pretty much how they get these ideas. And that's all Pookie does. He watches all my shows, he watches all my lives, he steals my shit, then runs back to his platform and says, "Oh, I did it first, you meth mouth bitch." Now back to Takeoff, R.I.P. Takeoff. Condolences to his family, his uncle Quavo, his cousins Offset, and everyone else that has love for him out there. Um, Empress Goddess said, I thought I was the only one they do look just alike. Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I forgot what blogger had posted it, but it's none of the fuck niggas. It was someone that, I don't really know of or heard of. It just randomly popped up on my timeline. I was like, damn, they look identical like a motherfucker. But you know what, man? It's just sad though because as black people, it seems like we're the only ones that take each other out over jealousy, hate, money, women. This shit has been going on forever. It's a bigger picture when it's done to a celebrity, but in the streets, this type of shit goes down all the time. And when it comes to rappers, especially successful rappers with the kind of money that the Migos have, I always had to ask myself, where the fuck was your security, my nigga? Was he asleep? Was he in a corner picking his nose? Was he on a lunch break? Like, where are you guys' security? Also, we found out that Quavo was also there. Where was Quavo? Was he there when it happened? Was he in the bathroom? Was he, with some little breezy in the cut, smashing them cheeks? There's so many questions that we all can ask that we pretty sure want to know as far as what might have happened at Takeoff. Also, there's reports that when the gunman opened fire, Takeoff was either hit in the head or somewhere in the head and neck, shoulder area, which pretty much instantly probably killed dude. You know what I'm saying? But yet we still don't have no details of why it happened. The police claim to have had a video surveillance of what happened. And one thing we do know is even with snitches and shit, a lot of these people crash out and they do shit on camera, not caring or thinking about the repercussions of what they did. So if this dude did this on camera, if he wasn't masked up, if he wasn't whatever the case may be, he's a dumb fuck and he's about to go be somebody's boyfriend for a very long time. So without boring you guys, let me just go ahead and hop into some of this footage. Shout out to Ms. Laker. I see you in the motherfucking building. I appreciate y'all. For those that want to donate, look at the bottom of the screen. You can see all the platforms that I do have where you could donate to my channel. As you know, I don't have super chat on because YouTube is already pimping us with the monetization money, the ads. You're not gonna pimp me on donations as well. I'm not these other bloggers. I want a YouTube check, but I don't need one. So because of that, I'm not gonna allow YouTube to take 30, 40% of donations that you guys send to my brand when that should come directly to me since they're already taking damn near half of the pie of the ads. So don't let me not having super chat on discourage you to donate. I will throw the PayPal link as well up on the screen where you can scan it with your phone. And of course, like I said, at the bottom of the screen, any information you may need, you also can reach it there. And if you want to donate to me via Bitcoin or any of the cryptocurrencies, let me know. I will put my cryptocurrency wallet address on the screen or in the chat. I do accept Bitcoin and pretty much any other cryptocurrency. You feel me? I'm on some next level shit and not these other bloggers. Y'all ain't never heard no other blogger on here say you could donate with cryptocurrency because they don't fuck with the shit like that, even though they may lie. But after watching my live, you will start hearing some of these bitch ass niggas say that they're accepting cryptocurrency just like me. I'm daddy of this shit. I can't do nothing without a bitch ass blogger watching and copying my style. For that, fuck you. All right, let's get right into it though. Again, RIP to Takeoff. Condolences to him and his family and all of his fans. And let's just get right into it. Let me see, which one do I want to show you guys first? Y'all give me 1 second, because I got a few clips up here. Let me see. Okay, that one gonna go first. How's everybody doing today, y'all? I know it's more people in this motherfucker. Y'all go ahead and speak. Let me know. Come out the bushes. There we go. All right, so we're going to start with some of the clips that, if you've been following the story, I'm pretty sure you heard of. And then, as of 30 minutes ago, the police has released a new update, and we're going to get to that one as well. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Y'all hit that like button.
What are you
If you're
doing
new, hit
today
that
to change your
subscribe
mood?
button.
Me?
And as
30 minutes
always,
ago?
welcome to the hood. Oh, and at the top of the chat, you can also get a membership to let me know you really rock with me and support the channel. It is important that you guys get memberships if you really want to rock with me and show me that you're there for me. Because you know you fuck with me and I fuck with you on that 1090J shit. I get the bag, you niggas get the bag. Let's go.
Breaking news, one of the members of the incredibly popular rap group Migos was shot and killed in Houston.
Representatives for the group have confirmed
See, this is what I don't like. Everything be running smoothly, then some bullshit.
the rapper
Here we go.
Takeoff has died following this morning's shooting in Houston. The rapper's real name was Kershnik Kari Ball. He was 28 years old. His group, Migos, first formed in Atlanta in 2008, and by 2013, the trio hit it big with the single Versace. Drake actually was featured on the song, and it blew up. They've gone on to produce 20 platinum and gold singles and albums. Houston police say the shooting happened early this morning during a private party at a bowling alley. TMZ and Variety are reporting Takeoff was playing dice outside on the balcony when a fight broke out, ending in a shooting.
There were some security guards that were in the area, but they heard the shooting, but no one saw who did the shooting. A lot of folks were there. They were in front of the bar. The bar was actually closed at the time. They had the doors locked, but people were congregating out on the balcony area, and everybody fled.
Takeoff died there at the bowling alley. 2 others were hurt and taken to the hospital in private cars. Another member of the group, Quavo, he was there at the party. He wasn't hurt. Police haven't arrested anyone and are now reviewing security video from the bowling alley. You know, I wanted to talk a little bit about Takeoff and his career, right? So Migos is a rap trio. It's Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset. But just weeks ago, Quavo and Takeoff kind of branched out, releasing their first album as a duo called Unk and Few. It's been getting a lot of positive reaction, specifically for how Takeoff shined on the record in a way he hasn't always been recognized for. Obviously, Quavo is incredibly famous. Offset married to Cardi B. His career has kind of blown up, and people weren't giving maybe Takeoff the recognition he deserved. And that changed just days ago. Here he is on the podcast Drink Champs.
I'm chill, you know what I'm saying, laid back, but it's time to pop it, you know what I mean? I mean, time to give me my flowers, you know what I mean? I don't want them later on when I ain't here.
It's so sad to me hearing him say, you know, I don't want my flowers later on when I'm not here, not knowing that just days later, you know, we'd be reporting this awful news. I think that was Noriega actually was there in a bit kind of saying, you know, you shine. He's like, you know, you always shine. He's a rap fan, but it felt like you were dancing on this album. And he asked him if he felt like he had something to prove. And he said, absolutely. Like he was tired of people putting him in the shadows, you know what I mean? Like not recognizing his talent. Yeah, and he got the chance to do this. The saddest part about this is these guys are family, actually. Like Quavo and Offset are cousins, and Takeoff is Quavo's nephew.
That's what I was about to ask you. That's what I'd read before.
Yeah,
and I didn't know
uncle and nephew.
Okay.
So to think his uncle was there.
Right.
These kids are all around the same age. Not kids, these are grown men, but they're young, you know. They're 28, 30, 31, and they all grew up together as brothers. And to think that Quavo was there and had to watch this happen, it's horrifying.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
I'm sad for them.
And we're still getting more information, but over dice, a game of dice.
You know, who knows? That's what TMZ is reporting. But
know.
I think the saddest thing is that a 28-year-old lost his life. You know,
just when his career was.
There's no possibly good reason that a 28-year-old could lose their life, you know? No.
Do you feel the hassle and effort when you keep recoloring your hair when gray strikes to come out? Worry.
My bad, you guys. My other phone keeps going off. Y'all stay on. Give me a few seconds while I get ready to put this other video up. I don't know why my other phone keeps going off like that. Well, it look like it stopped. Okay, cool. And I got about 2 to 3 more What the fuck? I gotta go grab that motherfucker. Let me play this other video for you guys to listen to while I go find out what's going on with my other cell phone. Let me see. Where is it at? Let's see what this newscast has to say. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. As always, welcome to the hood. Let's go.
A representative does confirm that rapper Takeoff has died in a shooting outside of a Houston bowling alley. Takeoff, who was part of Migos along with Quavo and Offset, was 28 years old. Houston police say officers responded shortly after 2:30 a.m. local time to reports of a shooting at 810 Billiards and Bowling. We're told that dozens of people had gathered on a balcony outside the bowling alley at the time, which was on the 3rd floor of that building. Police say security guards who were in the area heard the shooting but didn't see who did it. Last month, Takeoff and Quavo released their debut as a duo, only built for Infinity Links. Once again, we have learned for a representative here confirming that rapper Takeoff has died in a shooting outside of a Houston bowling alley. As we do get some more information on that, we will bring that to you live, raw, and unfiltered as we do here on Live Now from Fox. I do want to take you back out here. Sorry about that. Not sure exactly what just happened, but that actually is the news conference where they did announce that shooting in Houston a bit earlier on today. Actually, I'm going to play that for you raw and unfiltered right now here on Live Now from Fox.
I'm here with Commander Steven Spears, who's also with the Homicide Division. We're just giving a brief update on the investigation that occurred here at 1201 San Jacinto. At approximately 2:30 this morning, our officers were dispatched out here to a shooting that had just occurred. Upon arrival, they located multiple shell casings on the third level of the building at the 810 Bowling and Billiards. I guess it's a bowling and pool hall. We were informed that there was a private party being held at the event last night that ended at approximately 1 a.m., but the party carried over till about 2 a.m. till they were cleared out. That's when the shooting occurred, where it left one male deceased on scene and two others that were transported to area hospitals nearby. We are still in the process in the early stages of this investigation, trying to gather all the information we can, and we're looking for the public's help or anybody who was at the party or at the event that witnessed this to call the Homicide Division at 713-308-3600. If they want to remain anonymous, they can call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. We're looking for any information on the shooting at this time. We have investigators and officers heading that way now. We do not know. We know they're still alive and in surgery, but other than that, don't know the actual condition until we get there. Like I said, the one that is here is deceased. He's a black male in his late 20s. And like I said, we won't release any information on him until we're able to get more information, either from the medical examiner's office, once they positively identify him from the autopsy, or if a family member or friends or family come forward and give us information of who he is and things like that.
We're hearing rappers were involved in the shooting. Can you at least confirm that?
I mean, I can't confirm that. I can tell you that there are rappers at the party. I don't know if they're involved in the shooting, but like I said, it's still in the early process of the investigation. So once we find out more, we'll release that in either a press statement to y'all later on, or we'll give you another press conference.
So you haven't identified if the rappers are Migos? We were told by several witnesses who attended the party they were here at the bowling.
Yes, we were informed that they were here.
The
yes.
Migos, Quavo, and Takeoff?
Yes.
So, is there any surveillance cameras out there that y'all probably will be looking at during the daytime?
They do have surveillance video cameras here in the complex. Our investigators have reviewed the cameras and are still in the process of reviewing them. So once they're finished doing that, we'll have more information, like I said, later on. Like I said, still early in the process. And once we get all that information, we will provide it to you.
You mentioned that this was a private party. Was it private, or was it sort of like VIP closed off area and the general public who may have purchased tickets? If you're aware
as far as that detail, I was just informed that it was a private party or a private event. So
we were told there was some sort of argument between two groups. Do we know how this started? Do you guys have information on that at least?
No, but whoever you're talking to, have them call us and we'll get the information, and more than welcome to get that information from them as well.
We also heard that security guards were involved. Did you hear anything about that?
Like I said, We're still in the process.
And I'm sure you all are getting a lot of calls, as we are as well.
I don't get why they do press conferences and they don't know shit. Why don't you just wait until you know something? It's really a waste of time.
High profile. Just what do you want the public to know moving forward on this matter?
Well, right now, anybody who knows anything, they need to call us instead of the news stations, because it appears that they're calling y'all and not us. So If you do have information on this, please come forward. Call us at, like I said, the 2 numbers, the Homicide Division or Crime Stoppers.
Or the TI
We'll take all
numbers.
information, interview you in person or over the phone. But yes, please come out because if this does turn out to be a high-profile case, we want to make sure that justice is found for the people involved, not just the person who is shot, but everyone else who's at the hospital right now.
Do you happen to know how many people were here at the time?
At the time, we know there's anywhere between 40 and 50 people.
Do we have any more information about the 2 that are in the hospital, male or female, general ages, anything like that?
I don't at this time. To both hospitals. We found out about them late. They were
like,
private transport.
How you don't know nothing?
So it got called in as a separate call from this. They weren't transported from the location. They took themselves to the hospital. So it took a little time for us to connect their case with this case.
And just to be clear, we know that rappers were here, but we don't know if any of the rappers were shot or is the one possibly killed.
Not at this time, no.
Just so we have the spelling.
All right, so there you heard right there. We did learn just a short time ago from a representative that Migos rapper Takeoff has been killed in that shooting at a party there at a Houston bowling alley, 801 Billiards and Bowling. A representative for Takeoff confirming the information a short time ago to the Associated Press. As we do get more information on that, we will bring that to you live, raw, and unfiltered here on Live Now.
So that's crazy that the news has more information than the fucking police. That shit's crazy. All right, we got about 1 or 2 more videos, and I want everybody to come up. We're going to have an open discussion, and we're going to talk about what we believe may have happened. Or if you just want to send out your condolences to Takeoff and his family, that's fine also. And again, we're just sitting here watching another tragic situation of another young black man being murdered on what I believe to be some bullshit, which is pretty much every situation when it comes to somebody successful dying and involved in this shit. Now, this next video I'm going to show you guys, a lot of people disagree with it. It's pictures of Takeoff, you know, laying on the ground. You can't see his face. You can't see Quavo standing there and, you know, mourning for his nephew, you guys. So if you don't want to watch it, feel free to leave, come back, however you want to do it. But for content purposes, I am going to show it. Again, it's not too graphic, but you can see him laying there and, you know, Quavo going through the emotions of losing his nephew. I'm going to let it go by one more time, you guys, and then we're going to go ahead and continue on. Okay, again, condolences to man Takeoff, man. Like, I don't know him personally. I'm not gonna sit here and front like I was a big fan of him. But you know, anytime a young black man, especially successful or not, dies due to nigga shit, is what I want to call it. You can't help but feel some type of weight behind this shit. Now, this is an update that just dropped about 30 minutes ago, and I'm hoping this gives you guys a little more detail of what may have happened to Takeoff. If not, I don't get why these polices are making I don't get why they're doing updates and things of that nature if they're not, you know, releasing no new information on what's going on. So again, damn, I don't think I can hear this. Hold on, you guys. Let me make sure.
If he wants art, definitely hear
Okay, yeah, we can hear it, y'all. Let me go ahead and blow it up, and we're gonna get right into it. Let's go.
to make a statement later if he wants, or definitely here to answer questions. So,
what's good, Still Gold? Appreciate you tapping in, baby.
The human element first before we do anything. I spoke to this young man's mother just an hour ago. Flew in here from out of town I want everybody to understand the pain, the suffering of a mother. Very tough. And I told her, as we stand with any victim of violence or any homicide victim, their family, we stand with them in this city, in this police department, and everybody that's standing behind me. I want to thank our homicide unit under the direction of Commander Spears for doing great work time and time again. I'm going to speak briefly, and I'm going to turn it over to the homicide investigator Arrington. After he.
So you just want to be on camera, bro? Get your ass on so you can find out what's going on.
Brendan,
What
you're
the
not
hell?
fat. It's the shirt. Look at Nate. His true classic is tight around the chest.
Shout out to the news getting that advertising money, huh?
Speaks, I'm going to get Commander Garcia to come up and translate in Spanish, and he'll go over some of the investigative parts. But let me speak to this just right. We understand and we know it. This morning at about approximately 2:34 a.m., officers received a call of a shooting in progress. Officers arrived there shortly thereafter. The location is a downtown location, billiards bowling alley located at 1201 San Jacinto Street here in the downtown area. Once officers arrived, they came upon a male who was deceased. That male has been identified as Kersnick Ball, better known as Takeoff. He's a member of the Migos rap group out of Atlanta. And I want to pause again because sometimes the hip hop community gets a bad name. And I know, and evident from this city and people who I have a personal relationship, a lot of great people in our hip hop community, and I respect them. But back to Takeoff. I got many calls from Houston and outside of Houston, and everyone spoke of what a great young man this is, how peaceful he is, what a great artist. And I'm calling up on everybody, our hip hop artists in Houston and around the nation. We got to police ourselves. It is so many talented individuals, men and women in that community who, again, I love and I respect. And we all need to stand together and make sure nobody tears down that industry. And I'm calling to start here in Houston, here and possibly as early as next week. I want to meet with some of our artists and see how we can taper things down. Right now, I'm going to turn it over to the investigator, and we'll our commander translate, and the mayor is here for questions as well. But I want to pray for, ask that we all pray for his mother, his family, and all of his friends who are in deep pain and shock still right now. Thank you. Investigator, come on up.
Thank you again, Chief, and thank you all for coming here.
He better have some info this time with his weird ass.
Michael Arrington. I'm a sergeant with the Houston Police Department's Homicide Division. And earlier this morning, as he said, our patrol officers received a call at approximately 2:34 a.m. of a shooting just occurred at the 810 Billiard and Bowling Alley. From there, we were notified that there was a single male who was shot and pronounced deceased on the scene on the third level just outside the front door. We were also informed that two other individuals had reported themselves by personal vehicle to local area hospitals on their own, both of them with non-life-threatening injuries, but a 23-year-old male and a 24-year-old female. Like I said, both of them are going to be okay. And we have spoken and gotten information from them to help us in this investigation. But
Okay, so I'm under the assumption that the two men who may have been shot might have been their security. And that's just my assumption because he just said that they have cooperated and gave him information to help with this investigation. But regardless of who the other two may be, they gave up information. So I'm sure it's just a matter of time before someone is arrested within the next 72 hours. But again, that's just my assumption.
Officers arriving on the scene, initial statements from employees working at the establishment notified us that there was an incident that occurred after the party had ended. There was a private party that was booked out for the event. And then after that ended, there was a large group of people who gathered at the front door area just outside of the building. And it led to an argument where the shooting took place from the disagreement. A lot of the people that were there fled the scene and did not stick around to give a statement. So we're asking them to either call us at the homicide division at 713-308-3600. Or if they would like to remain anonymous, they can call Crime Stoppers at 713.
The Clifford Harris line, y'all.
PS. We're looking for any information at this time, any videos, any information. We do know that the media has received a lot of phone calls, text messages, Twitter, tweets, vines, videos. We need all of y'all to send those to us so we can solve this case. We're looking for anything to help us. From there, as the chief said, we want to find justice for this family. They're going through a lot right now. And the only thing that we can do is hope that y'all reach out and assist us in any way to lead to evidence that will help us to apprehend and get charges and arrest on the person responsible for the death of Takeoff.
Let's go ahead and head on to the bathroom.
Okay, you guys, that's the last video that I have for you guys, and that's the most recent update, if you want to call it that, because he still basically pretty much just said the same fucking shit he said this morning, and I just don't get these dumbass detectives. It's like, okay, you said that this morning, so why would you call this an update? But it is what it is. Appreciate Miss Laker tapping in. You guys, the StreamYard link is in the chat. I will redrop it for those that want to come up and get your opinion. Miss Laker, what's good with you, man? What you think about the situation?
It was sad. I mean, like how, my husband died from gun violence. Like, it's just crazy, like how we not, as a culture, like, you just a pipe on anybody, anywhere, ain't aiming, ain't doing nothing, and how guys can't take a fade anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Did nobody else? The people that allegedly that pipe was the one was they side. You know what I'm saying? And because he was taking the L on a hand compact, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then first of all, gun violence just wrong, period. And I feel sorry for anybody that, experienced it or whatever. But people of their stature, how much money could you actually win at a dice game that actually gonna matter in your life? Like, why would you be there at one? You know what I'm saying? Like, you make millions of dollars, hundreds and thousands of dollars. That little couple of 5, 10, 20, even if it's 50,000, what that little money mattered that you would be out there hanging out and, doing something like that. And everybody know how dangerous dice games can become,
Right. And from what they're saying was an argument broke out, I guess, according to this dice game, which led to this all happening. And my thing is, like I always say, I don't care. When you have that type of money, where is your security? Whether it's your homie strapped up or whether it's legal, armed security, where is your security?
Well, allegedly, that's who did it, the security.
Their security, or are you talking about the security? Nah.
Their security. That's what they said when they first came out early this morning. It was allegedly their security did it.
Now, I heard them say security was there, but I didn't hear nothing about the place security was the one killing. That wouldn't even make sense, would it?
No, No, Migo security.
They own security gunning him down?
They said it was their own security.
I find that hard to believe. I'm not saying you didn't hear that, Miss Laker, but that just don't sound believable. Like
Do you watch Mob Radio?
no, I don't want. I don't even know who the hell that is.
Okay. She's deep into the entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? She actually in the entertainment world. She said it was she broke it when it first happened, like wee hours of the morning. And it was alleged that Quavo was getting hands put on him. He started, but he was getting hands put on him, and that they security that was with them through, Jay Prince or whatever, they security pipe, and it was
Whoa,
just
whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know who this person is you listened to, but that's like some crazy
it was
shit.
somebody sent a text message out that was there and told what happened. Somebody put a text message out on social media.
Okay, so go ahead. I'm gonna let you say what you heard, and then I'm gonna conversate with you on that. Go ahead. So you said that Quavo was getting hands put on him by his own security.
Allegedly, the guy, no. Allegedly, Quavo was shooting dice with a guy, right?
Right.
And the guy was tearing a hole in his pocket.
Okay.
He got mad. He got mad about it, and he put hands on the guy.
Okay.
And when he put hands on the guy was putting hands back on him, and he was taking the L in the fight.
Okay.
And allegedly, security that was there for Migos or whatever, I don't know who had the security there for them, but allegedly it was their own people that shot Takeoff by mistake. It was friendly. He got killed by friendly fire, in other words.
Okay, that's it. That's what you got.
Yeah, but it came in. Somebody sent out a text message and told what had happened. There at the bowling alley. Somebody that was there sent out a text message.
Okay. Now I hear you loud and clear, Miss Laker, but I don't believe none of that shit. Like it just, even like friendly fire. Okay, if it was friendly fire, security knows to stay there because you can, if an act of self defense or defending the person that you're bodyguarding, if an accidental shooting does happen, there are laws and charges could possibly be dropped if it was truly
Right.
accidental. So I don't understand that part. Number two, if Quavo is fighting someone, this other person, at some point his security guard will either get in to break it up or will start jumping the person that he's fighting and taking an L to. So that don't make sense.
But I feel like they was probably just trying to push a narrative or whatever happened, But that was when they first happened, like had a lot of people. But I don't know who put the text out. But
right.
she was,
And
they
hold
put
on,
it.
hold on. I definitely want to speak on the texting too. Again, anybody can send out a text saying anything. I could have sent out a text and said I was there and this is what happened. So, even though people have sent information that says certain things, a lot of times we have to sit back and still ask ourselves, does that shit make sense? That's
Right.
why when I interrupted you, we allowed you to finish your story because even though, I wanted to hear the whole thing before I just judge it and listen to what you're saying, and I know this is hearsay, Ms. Laker, this is not your own saying, that shit just don't make sense at all. None of that shit makes sense. Um, and again, like I said, paid security, they're gonna definitely stay there and speak with the police because there's no need to run if it was accidental, a mistake, or whatever the case
Right.
may be. Again, there are laws out there where even if you don't get the charges dropped, you're going to do a super light sentence due to what's it called, negligent, firing your arm or
Homicide.
something like that.
Right.
Right. But when you run and you leave, now the charges are way heightened, and now you're looking. It's not like hit and run. Now you're looking at a whole different situation.
Right.
Then on top of that, they speak of these surveillance cameras. Now, some of the part of what you said may be true, or what you heard may be true. Quavo may have was taking an L in a dice game, and he may have well been taking an L in a fight. But again, it was Takeoff who was shot, not Quavo. So if Quavo's the aggressor, if Quavo's getting his ass whooped, 9 out of 10 chances the gunman would have shot Quavo, unless there was a situation where he was and then his nephew jumped in front of it, which, as of right now, we haven't heard too much of anything. But knowing how niggas get down, how niggas act, again, we all, including myself, are just assuming because there's no facts. I do believe a dice game broke out, and whether it was the Migos or the party that was involved in this was losing, somebody may have been losing. Somebody may have got mad for whatever reason, whether they was accusing somebody of cheating or somebody just didn't want to pay up what they had lost. You gotta realize, with the Migos, they got big bread. So niggas could have been betting their cars, their houses, all kind of shit.
That what they say. They was like he had lost his chain. He had went through all his money, and he got mad because he lost his chain.
That Inflector, I'm not believing that either. Like if he had lost his money, I'm pretty sure he has multiple cards in his wallet, and I'm pretty sure maybe even the place they were at would have gave him whatever he needed to continue to shoot or play dice. We're talking about multi-millionaires with a lot of fucking money. So running out of money is never an option. I'm sure there's ATMs and ways to get money. So again, that don't even make sense to me. Like, no. Now, again, what makes sense is
But I believe, to me, I believe it was a hit. I ain't gonna even lie.
Well, see, even with a hit though, right? A hit would have been I would assume the amount of time it was there would have happened, sooner than what it did. I honestly, like I said, again, it's just my opinion. I'm not 100. I don't know if I'm 100% right or not. But my opinion is like we've been saying, and what it sounds like, a bad dice game went bad for whatever reason. Somebody got mad. Maybe Takeoff was talking shit about winning or losing. Maybe they were mad at Quavo, for whatever the case may be, and maybe his nephew jumped in front of him to avoid him catching it. We don't know.
Somewhere else said he was over standing in the corner, stooped down somewhere over in the corner. They said he wouldn't even know where, like over there in the vicinity where they were shooting dice. That he was over to the side in the corner, off to himself, just chilling. Yeah.
But see, that's the problem with these stories, though. There's so
There's
many
100 stories out here.
Hearsay, right? And then again, that could be true too. We don't know. But what we do know is the person shouting may say it in the head and neck area, somewhere up in there, which means they definitely was trying to kill him. So if we was to try to say, well, maybe he was in a corner, ducked off, and wasn't doing that, don't make sense either. That's a person shoots you in the head to try to definitely kill you. That's anger. He wants you dead. Again, there were security at the event, so for them to steal, and I'm talking about security at the place, for them to still take that chance with cameras and kill you, that's a bold thing to fucking do. And now,
that's what I said, and I'm like, and that's what they're talking about. Oh, he was accidentally killed. You ain't accidentally hit nobody with no headshot that killed them. No, that ain't accidental.
Right. And then again, like there's many people there. Why Takeoff? You feel me? That was some anger shit going on. And then they just stated that the two people who were rushed to the hospital cooperated. So when I asked you guys where were they security at, that sounds like security. Maybe they did have two bodyguards with them, and the gunner knew that he had to take them out as well. Thus, for why they got shot, because we can easily assume that the two people that went to the hospital were part of the Migos crew or entourage in some kind of way, because the only person got hit was Amigo. And it would make sense that they would have their own personal bodyguards with them. I don't think these dudes is going to bowling alleys, regardless of who party it is, without their own personal security. And it would make sense that the gunman would shoot them too, because they know return fire at some point is going to come. What do you think about the two, and what's your opinion on the two victims that were rushed to the hospital? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's what I said too. Was they like security or somebody that got rushed to the hospital or whatever? But explain this to me, like out of the person that they said to just chill and was off to they self, like I'm like, him of all people is the one that end up gone or whatever. And then that record label they own, how many more people gonna pass on that label? They ain't gonna have nobody left in a minute.
Well, I think you got the record labels confused, Ms. Laker. I think
they not on Empire.
No, they were Quality Control. Wait, no, what Quality Control is their management. They might be on Empire. Let me take that back.
Yeah, I thought they was on Empire.
Because QC QC is management, so they might. I gotta check into that. But again, even
Yeah.
if they are, I don't believe in that shit, man. Because this is what I do know, and I've said this before with Mo3, Dolph, and others who were killed off that label. They are offering since then all the way to now the best deals, distribution deals. As an artist, you want to be independent. You want distribution. That's why Ghazi is winning right now. He's not giving niggas 360 deals where he's in their pocket every way, shape, or form. Ghazi is eating off of just putting the music out there, which in returns gives you a bigger portion of the pie. At the same time, gives you power, and you're your own boss. You're your own independent label or artist. So when we say that a lot of artists are dying over this because Ghazi knows talent and Ghazi is offering the best deals right now. And so it's just a coincidence, like I said before, that so many of these unfortunate deaths come from his label because who else is offering deals as good as Ghazi and them over at Empire? Nobody. So unless they don't want you, Empire is the label you want to go to. And that's why everybody is there. So that's just like saying if for example, Death Row came. Not Death Row did come back. Let me say something else. Say there's a record called I don't know. Let me think of something real fast. Cell phone records. Fuck it, just create some shit. Cell phone records. If they are offering the best deal right now for artists, what do you think is going to happen? All the artists are going to go there, and what are they going to do? They're going to sign them all. Now, because they sign street artists who are talented, street artists come with street shit. At the end of the day, after they distribute your music, they have no say so on where you go, what you do, or your personal life. So again, it seems like some shady shit is going on over there, but
Okay, so
no.
they ain't like the record labels, like how the record labels can tell you can't do this, you can't do that because it's the health, a safety hazard and stuff like that.
They can't, number one, and then even if they were not just partners but actually sign these people to their label as artists, you still can't control my personal life. You still can't tell me I can't go to a party or I can't go to a bowling alley. I don't think no label can tell somebody. They can advise you of it, but they can't force you not to be or go somewhere. Like when you sign an artist deal, you are dealing with them strictly business wise. They have no control of your personal life and what you do. Now, like I said, they mentioned that these two people that were took to the hospital have cooperated and gave them some information. And I don't know what it is. I feel like this detective is a fucking dingy motherfucker because twice he has came out at a press conference and he
But I
don't
don't know
know
nothing,
shit.
but
Yeah, he don't know
I know.
shit. Like, stop holding press conferences if you're gonna say the same fucking shit. He looks fucking slow. I'm sorry to judge him, but it's something about this detective. It's like they got Officer Doofus or Officer Goofy to fucking work this case. Again, I don't know this man's record. I'm just judging merely by the two press conferences that we saw. For all I know, he could be a good detective. Again, I do not know this dude, but I just get a weird fucking vibe listening to this nigga because we've heard many cases and many murders, and he just comes off as like, where did he go, George? Where did he go? Like, nigga, are you capable of even solving a murder? What else is there? Okay, the video I showed where Takeoff is laying there resting in peace. Quavo looks hysterical. He looks, heartbroken, which he should. That's his nephew. And if he had anything to do with as far as the altercation or a fight broke out because of him,
He
he's
gonna feel
definitely,
guilty
yeah,
forever.
he's definitely feeling some type of way right now and going through some shit. So you guys also send your condolences and prayers to Quavo as well, because it's one thing to find out your nephew was killed. It's another thing if it was done in front of you or where you were at. And it pretty
Or
much was
because
nothing
of
else you
you.
can do. Yeah, also because of you as well, Miss Laker. Um, but as of right now, though, I'm not going to sit up here and try to create a narrative. I don't do what these other bitch
Right.
ass walkers do. I'm not gonna make up shit or throw my own personal opinion and say it's facts. What I will do is in the near future, day or two, I'm hoping something real will come out because y'all know I don't drag the dead for views or money. I don't make a million videos
Can't
off the
stand when people
dead.
do that.
I just don't do that punk shit. Like the YouTube check is not worth it. Y'all know over here how I rock. I will do another story on this situation if some new information that I feel you guys need to know come out, which is a good, clear update. But as of right now, Officer Doofus is what I'm calling him. He ain't giving a shit. So for me to keep trying to throw narratives or keep making lies like these bitch ass niggas do with Mo 3 and all these other deceased people, I'm just not gonna do that. And I hope you guys respect and understand that. Now I am about to end this live, but I'm about to I'm about to start right back up as soon as I end it because I need to talk to MHB and his rat ass crackhead homeboy, crackhead Keith. So if there's anybody else who wants to come up and give their condolences or give their opinion on this, is welcome. I'm gonna give you a few more minutes. If not, I will be restarting this motherfucking live and getting that Officer Pookie and crackhead Keith. What's up, Rain? I appreciate you chopping in, baby girl. I don't know who you is. You like you might be a troll page. MMH, I don't know what the hell that means. What's up, Love Tales? Appreciate you tapping in. What's good to Still Golden in the chat? Still Golden, every time you come to me, you doing something. Either you're picking up the kids, you're making some dinner, you're driving, baby, but I still appreciate you coming through and tapping in with me. But I need you to tap in with me when you're not doing nothing so I can hear your voice, hear your opinion. But I definitely appreciate you tuning in. Again, the stream link is in the chat. Again, I'm giving you like another 2 minutes for somebody to come up. Ms. Laker, is there anything else you want to say about this topic or anything else you may have heard, whether it's believable or not? Is there anything else you want to say?
That's about all I heard. I ain't been really too much into it, I'm like you, I don't do a whole lot of celebrity stuff.
Right. And again, I understand what you mean, Ms. Laker, by you losing the love of your life to a similar situation, gun violence. And I know that shit hurts. Death hurts, period.
Right.
Especially with someone that you love. So,
But when somebody take them from you, it's like even worse. It seems like.
Well, definitely, because it's not God's taking them from them. It's
right.
a person is
Another
taking them from them.
human. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm always honest with you guys. A little bit about myself, and I'm just being real with you guys. I don't care if I'm in a hamburger stand. I don't care if I'm in 7-Eleven because I've seen shit happen to people pretty much anywhere, anytime, any place, especially being from Los Angeles County, Compton, California. And when I'm in these places, I don't care if I'm with family, by myself, I'm buying a soda, I'm buying a sack, I stay alert. I trust nobody. I guess you might even consume or assume that it's kind of a little bit of paranoia. And if that's what you assume, I can definitely, I don't have a problem with that. I feel like that's what may have kept me alive all this time.
You know what? That's what my problem was with my husband because I'm like that. I'm like you. So, I carry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always questioning somebody. Like when I go to bank, if the guy looking at me too hard, I'm like, okay,
Right.
who is he? Is he gonna try
Watch
something?
your
This and that.
surroundings. Watch your
Right.
surroundings.
My husband is the opposite. He was still stuck in the old days. Like he can throw hands to somebody. He wasn't gonna carry. He ain't needed to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? So the day it happened, like it was hard for me to deal with it because I felt like I got caught slipping. Even though I stopped it, once it started, I ended it. I still didn't catch it when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And if it had been me in the situation, I would have been more prepared. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like hard for me to deal with. I'm like, man, I got caught slipping, but it wasn't even my situation. But I still wasn't, it took me a minute to get over that part that, I felt guilty at first.
Right. Just like Quavo, you were there when the incident happened, right?
Right, I was there, but I wasn't like paying attention because like how I was like how he is off to the side. I wasn't paying attention because it wasn't my conversation with my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was
But
letting men be. You was letting men be men, like a woman's supposed
right.
to.
I'm like, dude, that's the kind of wife and woman I am. Right, I don't get in men's business. You know what I'm saying? I never have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a man.
Right, and
But like I said,
speaking of always being alert, I think it was last week I was at the gym, And as I was working out, it was just, I think he was Hispanic. He may have been white. I think he was a Hispanic guy with a hoodie on. And I noticed he was standing by the front of my truck. I don't know if he was looking in through the front window or what, but I saw the dude standing there. And so I watched him. Now, he couldn't see me because he was too busy watching my truck. He had not looked inside the gym, nor did he fucking care by the way he was moving. And so I said, hold on, let me go see who the fuck this is. So I left everything in the gym and I walked straight out to my truck and I approached him. And when I approached him, of course, he was still facing my truck. So I approached him from behind. Now, I don't know what he has or what he, on him or in his hands because I'm coming from behind. But I'm already ready to grab his hands if needed to be. He turns around with something in his hands. So as I approached him, I said, hey, what's up, homie? He turned around. He said, oh, what's up? I said, what the fuck you standing by my truck for? He said, oh, I'm waiting on my girl. And keep in mind, I had been watching this dude by my truck for like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes before I finally went out there. And he didn't look like he came with anybody. Again, I don't know how long he was standing there before I noticed him, but I had watched this dude for like 5 or 10 minutes there. And again, I didn't know what race he was because he had a hoodie on. Come to find out he was just a tweaker, so it wasn't an issue though. But the point of it is, I told him, man, get the fuck away from my truck, dude. Because you're standing here looking through my front window, because my windows are tinted, except for my front one. So you only can see inside from the front of my truck.
Exactly. Right.
So you either are looking to see what's in my shit to steal, or who may be. I don't know what he was doing, but nigga, get the fuck away from my truck. And what I did was a few stores down, there's a 5 and Below store, and they sell this smart water that has lemon in it. Lemon helps cut the fat. So I go in there and I get me a water. So even though I already had water, I purposely went to go buy me a water. And I said, okay, it's a few stores over. Let me see what's going on. So when I told him to walk away from my truck, he walked 2 cars over and stood there. Okay, well, you're not in front of my truck. I'm not tripping. He's standing 2 cars over from my truck now. So I go in the store and I get the water. I come back out and I'm slowly walking back so I can watch him. I'm slowly watching this dude. So when I come back, I say, hey, homie, when your girl coming? He said, she on her way. I said, she on her way? I said, all right, my nigga, I'm going to tell you like this, homie. If my car end up broken into, flat tires, anything, homie, you going to pay for that shit. And I didn't mean financially pay, meaning I'm going to fuck you up. And so at this point, I walk to the gym door. I turn around. He takes off across the parking lot and he leaves the area. And I just felt like that shit was weird. That's why I say when I go places, I don't care where I'm at and what I'm doing, I'm always fucking alert. That doesn't mean I can't get caught slipping because it can happen to anybody. But best believe, I don't care what I do, I am paying attention. And sometimes I'll even act like I'm not even looking at you, and I am. You know how you use your peripherals? You know
Oh
how you
yeah,
know
I'm good at that. Right, you
you know how
think you
you
watching me? I'm watching you. Watch me.
Right. I do this type of shit, my nigga. Like, and if I'm hanging out somewhere like a club or a function, and it's not my homies or my relatives, shit, nigga, I'm watching everybody in this motherfucker. I'm sizing up
Me
everybody
too.
in this motherfucker
Me
because
too.
I'm letting you know, homie. I can't say I'm not gonna go, but I ain't going out
But we
without no
going
fight.
together, right? We
That type of
right.
shit I'm on, my nigga. That's the type of shit that I'm on. I am not playing, nigga.
Me too.
I ain't saying I can't get got, my nigga, but you going with me, nigga.
We going.
Best
We going
believe,
together.
nigga. Exactly. But again,
We
y'all,
going.
2 minutes have been up. Ain't nobody came up here. I appreciate Miss Laker tapping in. If you fucking with me, come right back. Because I need to holler at that bitch ass nigga named Pookie. I am Sensei Official, and as always, I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood Unlocked. And when some new information, and when some information come out again, I will definitely tap in with you. But again, out of respect, I don't drag the dead for pay. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all. See y'all in a minute. Peace.